present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Jack Dee.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us this week at the Pavilion Theatre in the fine city of Glasgow. In the 1950s, central Glasgow became notorious for its street crime. The most prolific pickpocket, wee Jimmy Johnson, was eventually caught red-handed by Constable McVie, who dragged Johnson the length of Sauchiehall Street, past Buchanan Street, along DL Street, down Buccleuch Street, all the time beating him about the head with his truncheon, and into Rose Street, where he took out his pocketbook and charged him. Asked in court why he'd done that, Constable McVie explained that he knew how to spell Rose Street. The illusionist Henry MacAulay worked the variety halls and bars of Glasgow in the 1950s. MacAulay also discovered the secret to becoming invisible when he passed the hat round in a Parkhead pub. The ancestors of the movie star John Barrymore emigrated to America from here in the 1850s, and his granddaughter, Drew Barrymore, recently visited to unveil a plaque on the old family home. Now in her 40s, she still keeps her supermodel figure, which she puts down to Diet Coke and exercise, with a comma between diet and Coke. When earlier this year it was discovered that carbon emissions from Glasgow and its surrounding towns will eventually put much of northern England under floodwater, the Scottish Environment Agency immediately sprang into not giving a toss. Glaswegians were recently excited by rumours of a new theme park opening here, but it turns out Disneyland Glasgow refers to a Scottish budget airline. Glasgow's Prestwick Airport is famous as it was visited by Elvis Presley in 1960 when he made a short stopover on his way back from serving in the army in Germany. Elvis never came back to Britain again and passed away in 1977 in the toilet. But he's not the last visitor here to have died on his arse. Let's meet the teams. They are, on my left, Barry Cryer and Fred MacAulay. On my right, Tony Hawks and Susan Calman. And taking her place at the desk next to me, please welcome our scorer, the ever-fragrant Samantha. Well, we start this week with a look at the world of literature. A visit to a bookshop is one of life's great pleasures, although it can be confusing. Earlier today in Glasgow Waterstones, Samantha tells us she asked for Fanny Burney and was directed to the medical section. In this round, I'll ask the teams to suggest book titles that would have been substantially different if just one letter was mistakenly added to the title. Barry, you can start.
50 Shades of Gravy.
Susan.
Angels with Dirty Feces.
Fred.
Hi, Claudius.
Tony.
Angela's Rashes.
Ian Fleming's Dr. Knob.
The Hunt for Fred October.
5 Go Clamping.
Wart and Peace.
Little Fred Riding Hood. I think you know what I'm up to.
Fart from the madding crowd.
Finnegan's Awake.
Don't Quixote.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stoned.
of the rotter.
Moby's Dick.
Me, Ian Kampf.
The man with the golden gunk.
Well, it's time now for a musical round as I ask the teams to play one song to the tune of another. Now, this shouldn't be confused with Andrew Lloyd Webber's greatest hits, one song to the tune of Mendelssohn's Violin Concerto. At the piano, we have Colin Sell. Scottish listeners may be interested to learn that Colin was the man behind Wet, 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 still Radio Clyde's most accurate three-day weather forecast. So we'll start with you, Barry. I would like you to sing the words of Run, Rabbit, Run to the tune of the theme from Swan Lake.
On the farm every Friday, on the farm it's rabbit pie day. So every Friday that ever comes along, I get up early and sing this song. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, 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 rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Bang, 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 oh, the farmer's gone. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Don't give the farmer his farm. He'll get by without his rabbit pie. So run, rabbit, run, run, run.
Thank you, Barry. Well, it's you now, Susan. I'd like you to sing the words of I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor to the tune of I Belong to Glasgow.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong, I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space.
Susan, well, your turn, Fred. I'd like you to sing the words of There's No One Quite Like Grandma to the tune of Scotland the Brave.
There's no one quite like Grandma, and I know you will agree that she always is a friend to you and a friend to me. There's no one quite like Grandma, she's there in times of need, for it's bedtime on her knee, to us a book she'll read. Grandma, we love you, Grandma, we do, though you may be far away, we think of you. And one day when we are older, we'll look back and say there's no one quite like Grandma, she's helped us on our way.
You even clap along aggressively, don't you? Finally, Tony, I would like you to sing the words of Relax by Frankie Goes to Hollywood to the tune of There's a Kind of Hush by the Carpenters.
Relax, don't do it when you want to go to it. Relax, don't do it when you want to come. Relax, don't do it when you want to come, when you want to come. Relax, don't do it when you want to go to it. Relax, don't do it when you want to come. Relax, don't do it when you want to suck to it. Relax, don't do it when you want to come, but shoot it in the right direction, maybe making it your intention, oh yeah. Got to hit me, oh hit me with those laser beams. I'm coming, yeah. Relax, don't do it when you want to come.
Well, the next game is called Word for Word, and it's all about words. In the modern era, it's virtually impossible to misspell words. This is due to the pioneering work of the German etymologist Otto Correct. In this game, each team attempts to exchange unrelated words while the opposing team tries to spot a connection. Susan and Tony, you can start exchanging your words, while Barry and Fred, you should challenge to take over play if you think you've spotted a connection. So off you go, Susan and Tony.
Phlegm.
Malfeasance.
Hexagonal.
Manky.
Sloth.
Crisps.
Puppet.
Spiral.
Glove.
Thank God, Barry. Sorry.
Spiral Gloves, Sixes rock group. You must remember them.
What was the name of their album?
Fit like a glove.
Do you remember how it went, Barry?
Yes.
Go on then.
Fit like a glove. You fit me, darling. You fit me like a glove. My heart is breaking.
Wow, very good.
Jack,
Thank you, Barry.
did you know that fit like a glove is actually a question in Aberdeenshire?
Now I'm not sure what you're getting at. So yes, correct. Yeah, okay. I'll accept that challenge. Spiral Glove, the '60s rock group. So over to you, Barry and Fred, to carry on.
Abacus.
Tree line.
Belligerent.
Tugboat.
Susan.
I saw a tugboat that was looking quite belligerent the other day. It wasn't doing what it was meant to, so I believe a tugboat as a personification of a boat can be belligerent. Thank you.
Can be. How could you tell the tugboat wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing, was it?
Because the sailor, if that's the right term, was looking quite annoyed and shouting, "The other way! The other way!"
Well,
She's actually right. I saw that as well. It was pushing.
Yeah. Thank you, Fred. It's nice to see someone playing the game with honesty. Thank you very much. Thank you.
yeah, okay, well, I'll accept that. So over to you, Susan and Tony.
Velvet.
Carnage.
Got their album as well, have you?
It was Fred, actually.
It was Fred.
It's
Fred.
It's a nightclub in the Fulham Road.
Velvet Carnage. And what sort of nightclub is it?
It's one of these places where women will dance in front of you semi-naked for 20, however much it costs. No idea, but I've heard about it.
The thing is, to be fair, that can happen in Buchanan Street bus station as well.
I was going to say pounds, not pence.
So, Velvet Carnage, you say?
Yes,
a place where you go for a belligerent tugboat. So, yeah, I accept your challenge. Fred and Barry.
Diagram.
Stairwell.
Tony, straight in there.
Well, you can't have a stairwell, build it without a diagram of it to start with. I mean, they go together like glove and velvet.
Yeah.
If you walk down the stairs to the dressing rooms in this building, they were never on a diagram.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right, we'll do one that's 9 inches, then one at 6 inches, another one at 10 inches.
Yeah. It's all right if you're sober, Fred. So I'll give that to you, Tony and Susan. Yes, that's over to you two. Oh, but there goes the gong, which tells us it's the end of the game, so we won't know what you were going to come up with next, Tony and Susan. Nor will we know who won. So on to the next round, which celebrates all things Scottish. Greenock gave the world James Watt and his steam engine. Alloway gave the world Robert Burns and his poetry. And Glasgow gave the world the secure online money transfer system PayPal Pal. Teams, I have before me a selection of unfinished Scottish quotes from various sources, and your job is to complete them. All right, so maybe we'll start with you, Fred. Here are some words of Nicola Sturgeon. I've never had a voice coach, but I am about to name drop horrendously here. I did once get some advice on how to project my voice from Sean Connery. He said it's all about where you...
Shit. Chamber. It's all about where you shit in the chamber.
He said it's all about where you breathe. Susan, view this is James VI of Scotland and James I of England on smoking. It is a custom loathsome to the eye, hateful to the nose, harmful to the brain, dangerous to the lungs, and in the black, stinking fume thereof, nearest resembling the horrible Stygian smoke of the pit that is...
Muirfield Golf Course.
It's the pit that is bottomless, in fact, is what he said. Barry, some words for you from Rod Stewart. If there's one thing I've learned about women, which I try to pass on to my boys, it's...
They don't like being passed on to my boys.
It's listening. Listen to the other side of the story first. Finally, Tony, some words from a commercial for Baxter's Soup. You'd have to go to extreme lengths to find a better cock.
Mr. Hawkes.
It's extreme lengths to find a better cock-a-leaky soup. Okay, well, here are some for any of you to have a go at. From Macbeth, this. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow.
Well, that'll be Friday then.
It creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. Rod Stewart again. My shows are like having a climax. It's like having an incredible natural climax. And then suddenly it's... Then suddenly it's all finished and you don't know what to do next. Gordon Brown. They should never have put me with that woman. She was just a sort of bigoted woman who...
Happens to live in a palace.
She was just a sort of bigoted woman who said she used to be Labour. Dundee. One city, many...
Clinics.
Many discoveries. Miss Hooley from Balamory. So, what's the story in Balamory? Well, today in Balamory it's a sunny day and everyone here is...
Topless!
is busy going to work and school. Here's Sean Connery. Perhaps I'm not a good actor, but I would be even worse at...
Systems analysis.
At doing anything else. Some words of Jim Taggart. There's been a...
Sail at Liddell, I got a canoe.
There's been a murder. And finally, it's McVitie's Penguin. Pick up a...
Prostitute.
You're better behaved when Graham's here. I don't know. Answer, that was Penguin. This next round is a musical one and entitled Karaoke Cokey. Scotland has produced many great singers, including, of course, Rod Stewart, who was born in the Bonnie Glens of North London. Interestingly, Rod's life story is soon to be made into a film, Brave Hertfordshire. Okay, for this game, teams, our audience here in Glasgow have each been issued with a kazoo. And Colin, will provide the introduction to a song, which the audience will then play on their kazoos. You should buzz in, teams, if you think you can identify the song that they are playing, but if your guess is wrong, the audience must pick up again from where they left off. So are you ready for this, audience? Just to let you know, that was quite aggressive. I know you don't know you're doing it, but the title of your first song will now be relayed to you via the laser display screen. For listeners at home, here's the mystery voice.
Flower of Scotland. Flower of Scotland.
So if you're ready, off you go, please, Colin. Susan.
That was amazing. And I think that was the most glorious rendition of Flower of Scotland. Flower of Scotland.
Okay, well, then, very well done. It was indeed Flower of Scotland. You're in very good voice tonight, Glasgow. I've never heard people swearing into a kazoo like that. Let's try another one. Here's a further song title for you, the audience. Ready, teams?
Donald, where's your trousers? Donald, where's your trousers?
So once again, Colin will give the introduction, and then you should pick up from where he... Thank you, Colin.
Clearly there's something wrong with the digital display. That, once again, is Flower of Scotland.
It wasn't Flower of Scotland. I think you came in... In fairness, I think there's rather too many of you playing, and you made the bold decision to play it in the round, which didn't help. So I think we should we'll cut it down in numbers a little bit now. Just those of you in the upper circle. Upper circle, please. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Susan.
Is it Taylor Swift, Shake It Off?
It wasn't. The air is very thin up there, in fairness. Quite difficult. Let's reduce it. I think we need fewer people playing for us to hear it more clearly. Let's just say just moderate drinkers only. Maybe not. Okay, just... Yes, Tony.
Was that all by myself?
Sister Mary giving us a lovely rendition.
And she doesn't even have a kazoo.
Let's not go there, Fred. Okay, we've had the upper circle. Now it's time just the stalls. Just the stalls.
Right, come on, people.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tony.
Donald, where's my trolley?
Just see up in the upper circle, that must be pretty hard to take. More money and more talent. Life can be like that. Well, it is very nearly the end of the show, but there is just time to fit in a quick round of Scots Songbook. Samantha informs me she's a fan of all things Caledonian and has only recently returned from a Scottish walking holiday. In just a week, she managed to bag 3 Munros, 2 McDoodles and the delighted McTavish. Teams, I'd like you to suggest song titles likely to be popular with an audience of Scots. So, Fred, you could start, please.
Living Next Door to Alec.
Tony.
Can you feel the fourth?
Susan.
Like a sturgeon.
Barry.
Fly me to Dunoon.
Hold me closer, ya wee dancer.
I just called to say I love you.
You've lost that Govan feeling.
I've got another Elton John one. Pure Rocket Man.
Well, one by the Stranglers, Gordon Brown.
We all live near a Trident submarine.
If I had a hammer, I'd toss it in the morning.
Sunday Bloody Herald.
Jambalaya, aye.
Shiny Happy Peebles.
Cabers, everybody needs good cabers.
Fishing on a star.
Is yous or is you ain't from Paisley?
I'm a Bobby girl.
Walk like a Glaswegian.
Hit me, baby, one more time and I'll break your jaw.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the vicious wind of time whistles up the real Scotsman's kilt of eternity, and the scrotal sack of serenity puckers beneath the sporran of existence, I see it's the end of the show. So from the teams, Samantha and myself, and our audience here in Glasgow, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Tony Hawks, Susan Calman and Fred MacAulay were being given silly things to do by Jack Dee, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. Programme consultants were Ian Pattinson and Fraser Steele, and the producer was John Naismith. We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Jack Dee.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us this week at the Royal Court Theatre in the fine city of Liverpool. The city we see today was built on trade with the New World. In 1857, Henry Tate started to import and refine sugar in Liverpool. Having amassed his first £1 million, Tate treated himself to a beautiful yacht, which, when not cruising the French Riviera, he moored on the Mersey next to his factory. As his workers gazed in awe, Tate encouraged them to work hard, explaining that if they toiled 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, without ever taking holidays, in a few years, he'd have a bigger yacht. Tate's financial success lay in selling sugar in previously unimagined quantities. After 30 years of trading in Liverpool, he'd given the city's people a fine library, an art gallery, and type 2 diabetes. In the early 20th century, Liverpool thrived as the home of the great transatlantic shipping lines. At the industry's peak, it was said that 15% of the population worked for Cunard. The rest didn't work very hard at all. That one shipping line joke of the year, 1907. In tandem with the shipping industry, marine salvage companies grew here, and they funded the development of diving techniques by the scuba pioneer George Williamson. It was Williamson who worked out why it's better to fall backwards off the side of the boat. He found that if he fell forwards, he always ended up back in the boat. As the Great Depression hit Britain's industry in the 1930s, unemployment in Liverpool soared, and thousands living in tiny terraced slum houses found themselves unable to pay their rent. Facing eviction, they barricaded doors and fought pitched battles with their landlord's bailiffs. Radio 4 listeners will naturally sympathise. It can be a real pain trying to get rid of awkward tenants. With more than 1,500 animals in 32 acres, Liverpool's Knowsley Zoological Park is a world leader in the field of animal research and is particularly proud of its work in primate sociology. For hundreds of years, it was a common belief that apes can actually speak just like us, but only choose to do so when we're not there. A bit like the French. Liverpool's most famous sons must be the Beatles. When the Beatles returned here to perform in 1963, fans pelted them with jelly babies after George Harrison had said he liked them. We understand that Justin Bieber is quite partial to urine-filled condoms. The original Beatles drummer, Pete Best, was replaced by the band just weeks before their first UK single was released. Best became a civil servant and went to work at Garston Job Centre as a careers advisor, eventually rising to be head of irony. On the Beatles' earlier recordings, the drums were played by a session musician called Andy White, who was paid a daily fee of 10 shillings. For those who don't understand pre-decimal currency, that's equivalent to 10.0 shillings. The equivalent of 50 pence a day doesn't seem much, but in those days you could go into a department store with a couple of quid in your pocket and come out with a new wristwatch, a fine pair of shoes and some silk shirts and still have enough left for your taxi home. Of course, CCTV put a stop to that. In 1966, after John Lennon remarked that the Beatles were bigger than Jesus, their records were burnt, their concerts picketed, and they stopped touring forever. But the Beatles weren't the last group of four who should have given up performing 50 years ago. Let's meet the teams. They are on my left, Barry Cryer and Jeremy Hardy. On my right, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Rory Bremner. And taking her place at the desk next to me, please welcome our scorer, the ever lovely Samantha. Okay, let's get going with the first round. In this game called In My Pants, whoever makes me laugh is the winner. So buckle up, we should be out by Boxing Day. Teams, your task is to suggest book titles, while mine is simply to say the phrase "in my pants" immediately after each title without raising a smile, in the unlikely event that you are able to make me laugh. And it does have to be a proper laugh rather than just a smile, because, you know, a smile, I'm like, they call me babyface, because when I smile it's usually wind. So if you do make me laugh, Samantha will be awarding points. So, Tim, you can start.
I know what you did last summer.
In my pants. Barry.
Little Women.
In my pants. Rory.
The road to little dribbling.
In my pants. Jeremy.
The Pit and the Pendulum.
In my pants.
Winnie the Pooh.
In my pants.
We need to talk about Kevin.
In my pants.
I know why the caged bird sings.
The sun also rises.
In my pants.
Rum on the broom.
In my pants.
The turn of the screw.
In my pants.
The remains of the day.
In... Oh, that's a stupid game anyway. Time for a musical round now, as I ask the teams to play one song to the tune of another. This shouldn't be confused with its rural derivative, one song to the tune of an otter, which like Ant and Dec, is neither big nor clever. Piano accompaniment will be provided by Colin Sell, and listeners will be interested to know Colin has recently been remastering the classic Platters. Weatherspoons say they'll be rolling out his meat feast sharers by the autumn. Okay, we'll start with you, Tim. I'd like you to sing the words of Anarchy in the UK by the Sex Pistols to the tune of Those Were the Days.
I am am an antichrist, I am an anarchist. Don't know what I want, but I know how to get it. I want to destroy the passerby, 'cause I wanna be anarchy. Anarchy for the UK, it's coming sometime, and maybe I give a wrong time stop a traffic line. Our future dream, it is a sharp esteem, 'cause I wanna be anarchy.
Thank you, Tim. In nature, that's a cry for help. Barry, I'd like you to sing the words of My Ding-a-Ling by Chuck Berry to the tune of Climb Every Mountain.
My ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling, I want to play with my ding. My ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling, I want to play with my ding-a-ling. When I was a little bitty boy, my grandmother bought me a cute little toy. Silver bells are hanging, oh, on the string. She told me it was my ding-a-ling.
Moving. Could someone check Barry is still moving? Okay, your turn, Jeremy. I'd like you to sing the words. Look. The Beatles let Ringo sing occasionally, and we're going to let Jeremy sing, all right? I'd like you to sing the words of the theme from Ghostbusters to the tune of Lou Reed's Perfect Day.
If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. If there's something weird and it don't look good, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Oh, I ain't afraid of no ghosts, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. If you are seeing things running through your head, who can you call? Ghostbusters.
And finally, Rory, I would like you to sing the words of Single Ladies by Beyonce to the tune of Who Do You Think You're Kidding, Mr. Hitler?
All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. Now put your hands up, 'cause if you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it. Up in the club we just broke up, I'm doing my own thing. You decided to dip, but now you wanna trip, 'cause another brother noticed me. I'm up on him, he up on me. Don't pay him any attention, 'cause I cried my tears for 3 good years. if you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Rory Bremner. Rory Bremner. Thank you. It's always a bit difficult when you start clapping without realising how long it's going to go on for, isn't it? Yeah, because you're stuck with it by then. Okay, next up is a brand new game called Spot the Intro. So, fingers on buzzers, teams. The sooner you buzz with the correct answer, the more points you win. Rory, yes, Rory, what do you think it is?
Is it Chopin's Nocturne number 20 in C sharp, performed by Vladislav Spielman?
Well, let's hear some more. It is indeed Chopin's Nocturne number 20, performed by Vladislav Spielman. Well spotted there, Rory. Not an easy one to start with. Okay, here's another one. What follows this? Jeremy.
I think that's Sibelius' Corellia Suite, Opus 11, Intermezzo Moderato.
Well, let's hear some more. Correct. Well spotted, Jeremy. It is Corellia Suite, Opus 11, Intermezzo Moderato. Quite a rare recording, that one. Let's go again. What is this famous piece of music? And Tim's first on the buzzer this time. So what was that famous intro, Tim?
I'm pretty certain that's the Allegro from Mozart's Eine kleine Nachtmusik, K525, played by the Berlin Philharmonic.
What? Tim, that was Chuck Berry's intro to Johnny Be Good. One of the most famous rock and roll tracks ever recorded. I can't believe you didn't get that. Sorry about that, everyone. It's well, let's have another intro. No one?
No.
Okay, let's move on to another one.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock.
And that's Barry on the buzzer. Barry, what was that piece of music?
Well, Jack, it's a bit of a wild guess here. Is that Beethoven's Symphony number 6, the Pastoral in F, Opus 68?
Well, I think Barry, ever the wily old fox, has done it again. Let's have a listen. On Barry. Okay. Let's go again. Fingers on buzzers. What is this famous piece of music? Tim again.
I definitely know this one. It's...
And I see the clock has beaten us. So we move on to a game which celebrates some of our language's best-known adages and time-honoured aphorisms. Teams, I'd like you to suggest updated versions of various well-known English proverbs and sayings in an effort to make them more relevant to life in the 21st century. So, as we know, everything can be reworked and improved, as Bruce Willis found out in his recent Welsh action film, Hard Die with a Vengeance. We'll start with you, Jeremy. An Englishman's home is...
Unaffordable.
Barry, you now. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with...
Are we there yet?
Rory, 2's company, but 3's...
A super injunction.
And Tim, a good man is hard.
Full stop.
Back to you, Jeremy. Love thy neighbour as...
Someone has to feed the cats when you're away.
Barry, after a storm comes a...
Prime Minister with wellies on.
Rory, there's no accounting for...
Oh, Amazon, Google, Starbucks.
And finally, Tim, Never go to bed on an...
Widdicombe.
OK, here are some for any of you to have a go at. You can't have too much of a good...
E.
Don't cut off your nose to...
Make it easy to put your jumper on, just get a cardie.
Don't change horses...
Into a lasagna.
Carpe...
Carp B, Carp C, or Carp D.
One might as well be hanged for a sheep as...
Hung like a donkey.
Familiarity breeds...
In East Anglia.
Behind every great man there's...
An arse.
Hell hath no fury like...
Twitter.
Easy, calm, easy.
Apologise.
Softly, softly, catchy.
Chlamydia.
And finally, don't let the sun go down on...
Your newspaper order.
Our next game is entitled Stars in Their Ears and is based on Stars in Their Eyes, the TV favourite, with its catchphrase, "Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Roy Orbison or Shirley Bassey, depending on the amount of smoke." In this round, the teams will pretend to be well-known celebrities singing well-known songs while Colin Sell provides musical accompaniment. You're first to go, Jeremy, so tell us who are you going to be tonight?
Tonight, Jack, I'm going to be Julian Clary.
OK, Jeremy, I'd like you, please, to provide us with a rendition of the song Rawhide in the style of Julian Clary.
Rolling, 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 though the streams are swollen, keep them doggies rolling, rawhide. Through rain and wind and weather, hell-bent for leather, wishing my gal was by my side. All the things I'm missing, good victuals, love and kissing, are waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, head 'em up, move 'em up, head 'em on, move 'em up, head 'em on, rawhide. Cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide.
All right, Barry, who are you going to be for us tonight?
Tommy Cooper.
OK, Barry, I'd like you to give us a rendition of the song My Way in the style of Tommy Cooper.
And now, the end is near. What do you mean, get off? I've just come on. And so I face the final curtain. I went to the doctor this morning. I sort of keep thinking I'm a set of curtains. He said, pull yourself together. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll say my case, of which I'm certain. I said to the doctor, my back hurts in 3 places. He said, don't go to those places. I've lived a life that's full. I've travelled each and every highway. My wife walks 5 miles a day. She's 50 miles away now. And more, much more than this. I did it my way, like that. No, like this. Regrets, I had a few. I got on an escalator, it said dogs must be carried, and I couldn't find one. And then again, too few to mention. I said to the doctor, when I lift my arms up, it hurts. He said, don't lift your arms up. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway. I was in a queue at the post office this morning, and the guy in front of me was holding a banana up. I said, why are you holding that banana up? And he looked and said, oh no, I've eaten my gun. And more, much more than this. I did it my way. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Finally, Tim and Rory, I understand you'll be performing a duet for us.
Yep.
So tell us who you are going to be tonight.
Well, I'm going to be Prince Charles. Who are you going to be, Tim?
I'm going to be the Queen.
OK, Tim and Rory, would you please provide us with a rendition of I Remember It Well in the style of the Queen and Prince Charles?
Oh, mother mine,
I'm head of state.
I'm first in line.
You'll have to wait.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. When I was born, your happy tears.
We had to drag you by your ears.
I remember it well. But you still carry out your royal offices.
While you still sell organic sausages.
Good at pomp and circumstance.
You chat to trees and talk to plants.
Ah, yes. We remember
it
well.
Well, it's very nearly the end of the show, but there is just time to fit in a quick round of Motorist Songbook. Samantha tells us she's a vintage car enthusiast, and only recently at a rally she got a surprise shunt from a little Morris. Fiddled under the hood of a Reliant Robin before rolling her sleeves up and grappling with the big end of an oily Austin. So, teams, while I drag myself back from 1957, I'd like you to suggest the titles of songs likely to be popular with an audience of motoring enthusiasts. So, Jeremy, can you please start?
How do you do what you do to me?
Barry?
Luck be a larder tonight.
Tim?
Dipstick on your collar.
Rory?
Highway to Hull.
Fiddler on the roof rack.
Can't love you because your fit's too big.
My old man's a Datsun.
I don't like Mondays.
Itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot Lamborghini.
Hey, you're a Dormobile?
Day will come and me wanna go home.
Citroen on the dock of the bay.
Up on the roof, that's where you left the bloody shopping.
Lorry seems to be the hardest word.
If you liked it, you should have put a wheel clamp on it.
It's fun to stay at the DVLA.
Hi and I will always love you.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the silicon implants of time light up the ladies' day of destiny, and the fake-tanned footballer of fate surreptitiously pees into the pint pot of posterity, I notice it's the end of the show. So, from the teams, Samantha and myself and our audience here in Liverpool, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Barry Pryor, Jeremy Hardy, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Rory Bremner have been given silly things to do by Jack Dee, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme consultants were Ian Pattinson and Fraser Steele, and the producer was John Naismith. We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Jack Dee.
Hello, and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us on a second visit to Glasgow's Pavilion Theatre. The rich history of Glasgow goes back 1,400 years, or 1,400 years and 6 days if you're listening to the repeat. In the late 18th century, Glasgow became known as Europe's largest tobacco importer. William Cunningham opened his first factory in 1777, and the family-run business survived until 1993, making traditional full-strength cigarettes. When the last of the family line died recently, as a mark of respect, his ashes were trodden into the pavement outside a fire exit. Opened in 1872, Glasgow Corporation Tramways became one of the largest urban tramway systems in the world. Until 1903, the trams were hauled by horses. When the generating station was built at Port Dundas, the service was adapted to electric power and journey times tumbled. At first, it was debated whether to use alternating or direct current, but after experimenting, it was discovered that by connecting them to alternating current, the horses ran much faster. Following urban reconstruction in the 1960s, certain areas of Glasgow have gained a reputation for crime and violence. However, a recent TV documentary found very little evidence when a BBC reporter went undercover in Maryhill, working as a tail gunner on a milk float. We are today guests of the Pavilion Theatre, which has staged many fine productions, including a recent production of Shakespeare's tragedy, The Scottish Play. I have to say Scottish Play because it's believed that if you say the word Macbeth in a theatre, something awful will happen. Let's meet the teams. They are on my left, Barry Cryer and Fred MacAulay, and on my right, Tony Hawks and Susan Calman. And taking her place at the desk next to me, please welcome our scorer, the ever-wonderful Samantha. We start this week with some new additions to the Uxbridge English Dictionary. A good dictionary is essential for learning the correct use of similar terms. For example, many people don't understand the subtle difference between the words revolution and coup. Well, a revolution is the forcible overthrow of a government in favour of a new social order, whereas a coup is something a Scotsman milks. But the meanings of words are constantly changing, teams. So your suggestions, please, of any new definitions you may have spotted recently. Tony, you can start.
Asphalt. Reason for bringing a court case against an ageing celebrity.
Susan.
Loathing. An object on the bottom shelf.
Harry.
Testosterone. Tessa the d'Urbervilles did a pancake by herself.
Testosterone. Lambasted. An illegitimate young sheep.
Occupants. Underwear for squatters.
Philistine. What a German barmaid does.
Collusion. A well-planned collision.
Massachusetts. A large collection of dentures.
Fastidious. The three old presenters of Top Gear.
Perth, where Chris Eubank keeps his cash.
Mendicant, a govern repairman.
Shavings, what Sean Connery keeps in his bank account.
Tracheectomy, the surgical removal of a shell suit.
Suggestive, a salacious biscuit.
Suppository, someone you've always suspected votes Conservative.
the teams are now going to sing along with some well-known discs in the game called Pick-Up Song. These days, rare vinyl commands a fortune at auction. The holy grail for collectors is the debut single by the legendary singer and road map feature, Engelbert Humpback Bridge. Samantha will spin the discs, and each of you should sing along to your records teams until Samantha turns the volume down. If on its return you're within a gnat's crotchet of the original, I'll be awarding points. And points mean a frankly damning indictment of the complete lack of imagination at the very core of British society. What do points mean? And this week's prize is the perfect alcoholic takeaway for the busy Scottish spy novelist. Is this John le Carre out? Fred, you're to start, and I'd like you to accompany Kenneth MacAulay singing Roaming in the Gloaming.
Roaming in the gloaming on the bonny banks o' Clyde. Roaming in the gloaming wi' my lassie by my side. When the sun has gone to rest, that's the time that we love best. Oh, it's lovely roaming in the gloaming. I've seen lots of bonny lassies travelling far and wide, but my heart is centred new on bonny Kate McBride. And although I'm no a chap that throws a word away, I'm surprised myself sometimes at all I've got to say. Roaming in the gloaming on the bonny banks o' Clyde. Roaming in the gloaming, lay a lassie by my side.
Very good, Fred. I think it's spoiled only by the noise in the background of the audience here trying to jemmy open the vending machine at the back of the Okay. You're next, Barry. I'd like you to accompany Tony Christie singing Is This the Way to Amarillo?
Marie, who's waiting for me there, every lonely city where I hang my hat ain't as half as pretty as where my baby's at. Is this the way to Amarillo? Every night I've been hugging my pillow, dreaming dreams of Amarillo.
Oh, wonderful. You now, Tony, and would you accompany the Gypsy Kings singing Bambaleo?
Padona, ora. E siamo llegati a sta maniera. Non tenere la colpa. Amor di compraventa, amor nel passato. Bembele, 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 bembele. Bamboleo, bambolea. Porque mi vida yo la puedo beber así. Bamboleo, bambolea, bambolea.
Tony Hawks, I must say, you give the lyrics a new poignancy. Susan Calman, please accompany Celine Dion, or singing All By Myself.
Fun. Those days are gone. Living alone. I think of all the friends I've known. When I dial the telephone, nobody's home. All by myself, don't wanna be all by myself anymore. All by myself, don't wanna live all by myself anymore.
Wonderful. Be honest, that's not the first time you've sung that, is it? Well, it's time for some acting now in the miming round called Sound Charades. And this is a variation on the old TV favourite, Give Us a Clue, the show that featured Mime Master General Lionel Blair. Interestingly, Blair is a Scots surname, and Lionel can trace his family tree back to the 1700s, where the Blairs were renowned for their prowess at indigenous sports, particularly the caber. Not for nothing were the Blairs known as the biggest tossers in the Highlands. Tony and Susan, you're to start, please, and your title will shortly be displayed to the audience via the laser display screen. And for listeners at home, here's the mystery voice.
The Comfort of Strangers. The Comfort of Strangers.
Okay, this is a book and a film, 4 words.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I've never met either of you before, but I'm about to do the weekly wash and I find myself completely out of fabric conditioner.
Well, how simply dreadful. Try this. We find it keeps our laundry soft and fresh even at low temperatures. Don't we, dear? Oh, yes, we do. Oh, and remember, other brands are available.
Goodbye.
Oh, gosh, I'm just doing a wee list of all the fabric conditioners that I know.
There's
Comfort.
Yeah.
It's the Comfort of Strangers.
So, your turn, Barry and Fred, and your title is now being exhibited on the laser display board. Here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes.
It's a TV and a film, and it's 2 words. My new girlfriend's a singer, and she's incredibly rich.
Really? What's her name?
Cher.
Cher.
She's so rich, she owns 20 houses all over the world. Trouble is, whenever she moves from one home to another, she leaves the last one wide open.
Invitation to burglars.
Exactly. I have to keep reminding her to turn the key in the lock when she leaves. In fact, I'm texting her now. Look.
Ah, right. Brief and to the point.
I think so.
I think I know what it is. Oh. I believe it is Sherlock Holmes.
Oh. It's now time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. First, I notice our in tray has been avalanched by a letter. It comes from a Mrs. Trellis of North Wales. Mrs. Trellis writes, Dear Melvin Bragg, do it in your own time. Yours sincerely, Mrs. Trellis. In deference to our generous hosts here north of the border, we're going to play the celebrated Scots version of the game, Morningside Crescent. The rules of Morningside Crescent were originally revised by the infamous Lord Govan, and in the words of the great man, players will be scunned if they bide awa doon the diagonal, if only either player tacks the southerly approach fae a previous position, and he who gangs agly the line of play will be rendered numptied. Okay, so very much as you'd expect, and we'll play the Glasgow variation. So inversions are, of course, permissible, but must be sequential and non-linear. Okay.
Oh.
So, Tony, you can start.
Jeez.
George Street.
George Street. George. Oh, it's got to be non-linear.
Yeah.
Gallowgate.
Okay.
Yes, Fred?
Squinty Bridge.
Good one.
Sorry, what was that again?
Squinty Bridge.
Squinty Bridge.
Yeah, that is non-linear. You're right, it's non-linear. Okay. I'm going to go Clay Slaps Road.
What?
Police slaps road.
It's an inversion, isn't it?
No, it's not an inversion.
Well,
you
left me.
Sorry.
I think you've left me numpted.
No.
It's over to you,
not.
Tony, you big Sassenach.
That's giving me a lift. I can do Edinburgh Castle.
Edinburgh Castle, yes.
That's a biggie.
Princess Street.
Yeah, Princess Street.
Frederick Street.
Wait a minute, whoa. Just finishing off with Princess Street, thank you, Barry. Just a bit worried about Barry because he's looking a bit peely-wally. I don't want to push him too fast. So, sorry, yes, Fred, you big bandpot. What was your one, Fred?
I leapt right in with Frederick Street.
Yes, Frederick Street, that's permissible.
Yep.
That's taking you out on the diagonal again.
Pollockshaw's Road.
Oh, heat the ball.
Listen, you've just got to be bold.
But it opens the door for me to give you...
Oh, it does? Oh,
yeah,
it does.
I can give
It
you...
does?
Yeah. Well, Holyrood.
Oh, boy.
The guy's going for it. This is extraordinary.
Holyrood. Well, James.
I'm blocked. I'm blocked here. Cadogan Street?
That's sequential. That is sequential. That is sequential and linear.
Don't remember you being made the judge of this.
Firhill.
Firhill.
Babberton Main Drive. It's there, Tony. It's there.
Oh, people pleaser, you.
It's there.
It's Tony.
I think I'll give it away. But Lothian Road.
Morningside Crescent.
Morningside Crescent. Well, Mickty me, that was minging. Yes, I think I've picked up the accent very nicely. OK, the next round is called Complete Marriage. Under Scottish civil law, married couples stand together as complete equals, while under Muirfield golfing law, the woman stands in the car park with a bag of crisps. In this round, I'll supply you teams with a selection of unfinished quotes and sayings on the subject of marriage, and your job is to finish them off. OK, so Barry, some words of Frank Carson for you. I don't think my wife likes me very much. When I had a heart attack,
she wrote for an ambulance.
Well, that is the answer. In fairness, you probably wrote the gag, so... Fred, this is the words of Alan J. Lerner. I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are going to chime. Pull out the stopper, let's
think this through. She has a stopper.
Pull out the stopper, let's have a whopper, but get me to the church on time. Susan, this is some words of Albert Einstein. Men marry women with the hope they will never change. Women marry men with the hope they will change. Invariably...
It's just a waiting game until one of them dies.
Invariably, they are both disappointed. Tony, this is Prince Philip said this. When a man opens a car door for his wife, it's either...
Because the servant hasn't turned up, or the car's on fire and you need to get out her side.
He said it's either a new car or a new wife. Back to you, Barry. That's a limerick. There was a young man from Elora who married a girl called Lenora.
He played her at cricket. When she took his wicket, she got a thumbs up from the scorer.
He said, but he had not been wed very long till he said, oh, drat, I've married a snorer. Fred, for you, here's an English proverb. It's a good horse that never stumbles and a good wife that...
romps home at 5-1.
A good wife that never grumbles. Susan, some words of Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think that gay marriage should be between...
Susan Calman and Gillian Anderson.
He said, I think that gay marriage should be between a man and a woman. Tony, some words of Lionel Blair. I can't bear gay marriage. Marriage is between a man and a woman. The world has changed. What has happened to my beautiful...
wedding dress and that little diamante tiara.
Oh, what's happened to my beautiful England? Back to you, Barry. I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am. I got...
Never mind that, sir. Just blow into this.
I got married to the widow next door. Fred, here's a Scottish proverb. A hairy man's a geary man, but a hairy wife's a...
bonus.
It says a hairy wife's a witch. Susan, here's another. This is an English proverb. It is better to marry a shrew than...
A hamster.
to marry a shrew than a sheep. Not that much better. And finally, Tony. This is from a personal ad from an Ohio newspaper, 1903. Young man, moderate circumstances, and who has glass eye, would like to form the acquaintance of young girl who also has a glass eye. Object?
Marbles.
Object matrimony. Well, here's some for any of you to have a go at. Carol Vorderman, my first marriage was totally unsuitable and shouldn't have happened. It was a whirlwind rebound thing. I was 23 or...
246 minus 16.
23 or 24. Scottish proverb now. Choose your wife on Saturday and not on...
eBay.
The answer is not on Sunday, e.g. choose her for her everyday usefulness, not for her Sunday appearance. Yeah, well, don't have a go at me, it's Scottish. And finally, some words of Princess Margaret. I would like it to be known that I have decided not to marry Group Captain Peter Townsend. Mindful of the Church's teaching that Christian marriage is indissoluble and conscious of my duty to the Commonwealth, I have resolved to...
shag around instead.
Who hurt you, Fred? Why did you tell me? I have resolved to put these considerations before any others. Well, it is very nearly the end of the show, but there is just time. There is just time to fit in a quick round of Beauticians Film Club. And Samantha loves being pampered. Only recently she paid a long-awaited return visit to her favourite international beauty spa for a weekend of facials. She told us she felt quite emotional to be back enjoying massages with old friends, one Turkish, one Thai, before a rather brisk Brazilian brought tears to her eyes. Teams, I'd like you to suggest film titles likely to be popular with an audience of beauticians. Can you please start this one, Susan?
Back, Sack and Crack to the Future.
Barry.
The Mud Pack of Notre Dame.
Fred.
Vajazzle be the day.
Tony.
Shaving Ryan's Privates.
28 Days Epilator.
Exfoliating Rita.
Murder on the L'Oreal Express.
Paint your sagging.
Panten's Labyrinth.
The Man in the Iron Mascara.
Mad Wax 2.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the deep-fried pizza slice of time is coated with the Sultan sauce of serendipity and the pie supper of posterity narrows the altar of eternity, I notice it's the end of the show. So from the teams, Samantha and myself and all our audience here in Glasgow, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Harry Pryor, Tony Hawks, Susan Calman and Fred MacAulay were being given silly things to do by Jack Dee, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme consultants were Ian Pattinson and Fraser Steele, and the producer was John Naismith.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Jack Dee.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us on a second visit to Liverpool's Royal Court Theatre, which has hosted many great acts. Last night, Basil Brush was here. At least we think it was him having noisy sex behind the bins. Founded in 1879, the Liverpool Echo is the city's newspaper which provides a succinct local slant on daily events. As an example, in 1945, it reported the end of the Second World War as Bootle Man back from France. It's recorded that Adolf Hitler visited Liverpool in 1912. He lodged with his sister-in-law, who made her living hosting grand social events in Britain's major cities. In the short time Hitler was here, she held only one ball. The other was in the Albert Hall. Now known for the Grand National, Aintree was once a centre of racehorse training, including King George V's horse, Anmer. History recalls the suffragette Emily Davison threw herself under its hooves at the 1913 Epsom Derby and became a martyr for the women's movement. However, it doesn't remember her poor husband, who didn't get his tea that night. The Isle of Man steam packet has operated ferry services to Liverpool since the 1830s, originally using steamships. Today they operate a high-speed catamaran service which takes just over 4 hours. So visitors from the Isle of Man can leave Birkenhead after lunch, and before tea time they're safely back in 1957. Let's meet the teams. On my left, Barry Pryor and Jeremy Hardy. And on my right, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Rory Bremner. And taking her place at the desk next to me, please welcome our scorer, the ever-delightful Samantha. Oh, we start this week with some new additions to the Uxbridge English Dictionary. A good dictionary is essential for learning the correct use of similar terms. For example, many people don't understand the difference between the words Hindi and Urdu. Well, Hindi is an Indic language derived from Sanskrit, which is widely spoken in northern India, whereas Urdu is something you get in the Liverpool branch of Tony and Guy. The meanings of words are constantly changing, teams. So your suggestions, please, of any new definitions you may have spotted recently. Rory, maybe you could start.
Shingles. Game of tennis with Sean Connery.
Barry.
Brexit. Breakfast cereal laxative.
Tim.
Carbuncle, a relative who only eats potatoes, bread and pasta.
Jeremy.
Liverpool, organ sharing scheme.
Fairy. What cats feel like in Liverpool.
Forensic, overseas vomit.
Incorrect. A password you'll never forget.
Secular, how the Queen describes her wheels.
Onesie. What the Queen calls a selfie.
Kinship, annoying boat.
Entities, an indeterminate number of breasts.
Apocalypse, get your mouth ready to kiss your ass goodbye.
Bathos, the anticlimactic musketeer. Ethos, the Yorkshire musketeer.
Ebola, Yorkshire rat.
Nectarine, giraffe pate.
Testimony, a load of bollocks.
Battery, place to leave your bat when you go on holiday.
Feckless, Irish virgin.
Dermatology, the study of Irish names.
Aspic, don't do that.
Well, the team's going to sing along with some well-known discs now in the game called Pick Up Song. These days, rare vinyl commands a fortune at auction. The holy grail for collectors is the debut album by the First Lady of Spanish jazz, Paella Fitzgerald. Samantha will spin the discs and each of you should sing along to your records until Samantha turns the volume down. If, on its return, you're within a gnat's crotchet of the original, I'll be awarding points, and points mean a woeful lemming-like response indicative of the true malaise at the heart of contemporary Britain. What do points mean? And this week's prize is the latest development in home gadgetry. It's this handy Lakeland catalogue shredder. Barry, you're to start, and I'd like you to accompany Liverpool band, the Swinging Blue Jeans, singing the Hippie Hippie Shake.
Got the hippie hippie shakes. Oh, I can't sit still with the hippie hippie shakes. Yeah, I get my thrill now with the hippie hippie shakes. Yeah, it's in the bag. Oh, the hippie hippie shake. Well, now you shake it to the left, you shake it to the right, you do the hippie shake, shake with all of your might. Oh, baby. Yeah, come on and shake. Oh, it's in the bag. Oh, the hippie, hippie shake.
I suppose we've all made phone calls to A&E like that in the past, but... You're next, Tim. I'd like you to accompany little Jimmy Osmond singing Long-Haired Lover from Liverpool.
I'll be a long-haired lover from Liverpool. I'll do anything you say. I'll be your clown or your puppet or your April Fool. If you'll be my sunshine daisy from LA, I'll be your leprechaun and sit on an old toadstool. I'll serenade you till I'm old and grey, which I am now. I'll be your long-haired lover from Liverpool. You'll be my sunshine daisy.
Proof, if proof were needed, you can never really be sure who you're talking to on the internet. You now, Rory, would you accompany the scaffold? Thank you, Rory Bremner. So finally, Jeremy, can you please accompany Liverpool band Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, singing Enola Gay.
Enola Gay, you should have stayed at home yesterday.
Words can't describe the feeling in the way you lie. These games you play, they're gonna end in more than tears someday. And all again, it shouldn't ever have to end this way. It's 8:15, and that's the time that it's always been. We got a message under the radio. Conditions normal and you're coming home. Conditions normal and you're coming
Of course, what you're not aware of is the incredible amount of support and specialist help it's taken to get Jeremy to this stage. Well, the teams are going to treat us to some acting now in the miming round called Sound Charades. This is a variation on the old TV favourite Give Us a Clue, a show that catapulted Lionel Blair to fame and sadly not into the English Channel. Tim and Rory, you're to start, and your title will shortly be displayed to the audience via the laser display screen. And for listeners at home, here's the mystery voice.
The Night Manager. The Night Manager.
Thank you. Off you go, Tim and Rory.
It's 3 words, and it's a television programme, and it goes like this. All right, now, is everyone here? Sir John?
Yes, boss, I'm still here.
Sir Michael?
My name is...
Yes, Sir Michael, I think we know that now. Sir Roger? Sir Roger!
Sorry, sir, I nodded off there.
Sir Alan?
Yes, boss?
You're fired.
You can't fire me just like that.
Only joking. Where's Sir David?
Sorry, I'm late.
Did you have to bring all those animals with you?
I'm afraid they're rather attached to me.
Right, welcome to our monthly round table meeting. I've split you into 3 groups. On the right, you're the ones in shining armour. In the middle, you're the Jedi. And the ones on the left, you're the ones in white satin. Any questions? No? Right. Go and get changed. Oh, Sir Philip Green.
Yes, sir?
You stay behind. I'm putting you in charge of our pension plan.
The something night. No.
Election night special.
The night manager.
Your turn now, Barry and Jeremy. Your title's now being exhibited on the laser display board, and here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Rear window. Rear window.
Okay.
Right. Film, 2 words.
Yeah.
Film.
Hamish.
Your lordship, you'll have had your tea.
Well, I've just enjoyed a mouthful of Earl Grey.
Oh, well. Well, to each his own.
Wait a minute, what's this? Turn around.
Oh, no. Last time I did that, you pinched my cluty dumplings.
What's this? You appear to have installed a sheet of glass in the back of your kilt.
Oh, it's all the rage. It's a very popular look. You ask Peeping Tam.
You might have hung some net curtains.
No, it's the very latest fashion. You know what they call it?
A pain in the arse?
Very witty, but no, sir. It's known as a ...
Doing the place up. Curtain.
Window?
Yes.
Yes?
Rear window.
Yes.
Well, the next round involves expert advice, and despite the many wonders of the modern age, driverless cars, contactless payments, and paperless lavatories, many people turn to self-help books for advice. In this round, I'll supply the answers to a number of everyday problems posed by readers, and the team's task is to guess what the original questions might have been. All right, so you can start, please, Jeremy. So here's the answer. Want to know what the question is? It'll charge much faster.
Why shouldn't you ask a rhino what it thinks about Chinese medicine?
Actually, the question was, what happens if I use an iPad charger to charge my iPhone? So, Tim, here's I don't know why you're laughing. It's nothing. I'm getting nothing from that. Nothing at all. Tim, here's the answer. By the first round. What was the question?
What's the worst thing to do in rehab?
The question is, how can I avoid spending loads on a night out? Barry, start multiplying random numbers in your head.
As a banker, how would I calculate my annual bonus?
Very good, but in fact the question was, what can I do if I'm finding it difficult to pee due to shyness? I just sit here and let it go.
So I see.
I thought it was a way of preventing premature... Oh, no.
Rory, this is the answer. Stretch a rubber band around one knob, then the other. What was the question?
How do I get Boris Johnson and David Cameron back together?
In fact, the question had been, how can I stop my door from latching? Back to you, Jeremy. Start at the bottom.
On which cheek should you kiss a BBC executive?
In fact, the question to that answer had been, how can I peel a banana without having to pick those little stringy bits off it? Right. So, again, you. I don't know what your problem is. I suppose there's something for everyone, isn't there, in this? Tim, another one for you. And the answer is peeing in the shower. What was the question?
What was the original title for Singing in the Rain?
In fact, the question had been, is there a good way to save 1,157 gallons of water a year?
Oh,
I
close.
suppose that stops you flushing, doesn't it, rather than actually showering under your own urine.
We've all done that.
Yeah. Barry, another one for you. So the answer is, keep it hanging in the bathroom as you shower. What was the question?
How would you expose yourself to a bat?
In fact, it was, how can I have a crease-free shirt without ironing it? And finally, Rory, the answer is tossing on some sage.
What got me barred from the garden centre?
In fact, the question was, what will improve the smell of my campfire while also keeping me insect-free? So now you know. Okay, well, here is some for any of you to have a go at. So the answer is, remove your trousers and sit on it.
How would you expose yourself to a bat? Part 2.
In fact, the question had been, how would gardeners of old recommend you check the warmth of the soil before sowing your seeds? I can tell you that does not stand up in court. Another one here. The answer is a mixture of urine, leftover wine, and water. What was the question?
What becomes of the broken-hearted?
It was, what can I give to my plum tree to accelerate its growth? And the next answer is this. Hollow out a baguette and stick it in...
How do you smuggle a courgette out of a boulangerie?
That's very good. In fact, it had been, what's a good way to smuggle a bottle of my favourite drink into a festival or outdoor event? Here's another one. The answer is static for a whole day. What was the question?
What's better than Radio 1?
In fact, it'd been, is there anything I can display on my plasma TV screen that will remove an image which has become burnt into the screen? All right, here's the answer. A plant mister. What's the question?
What's that growing in that pot, Sonny?
It's actually the question of being, what would I use to ensure my plant seeds settle into the compost? And the next answer is this. It reduces shrinkage by up to 50%.
What's the advantage of a heated swimming pool?
Actually, the question is, what is the point of running my bacon under cold water before cooking it? That was what it was.
What? Oh.
And finally, the answer is a chapstick.
What's a chap's favourite thing to play with?
So the question actually had been, what can I use to stop the pain of a paper cut? A little rub from a chapstick on the affected area will do the trick.
If you can find a chap who's willing.
All right, well, all right, it's music time again with Swanee Kazoo. This is where the teams duet to combine the angel sigh of the Swanee whistle with the angle grinder rasp of the kazoo. And these two instruments famously combined on the 1984 album Music to Wear Earplugs To, released by Guantanamo Bay Records. At the piano, we have Colin Sell. Listeners may be interested to learn Colin has a Beatles connection, as in 1969 he had an Apple record published. His Apple record was eating 17 Cox's Pippins in an hour. Listeners tired of the traditional acoustic kazoo sound will be pleased to hear that this week I've taken delivery of our very first electric kazoos, which the teams will be getting to grips with for the first time today. All right, so, yeah, very exciting moment. Barry and Jeremy, you can start, and I'd like you to provide us with a rendition of Telstar by the Tornadoes to feature Barry Cryer on the electric kazoo and Jeremy Hardy on the Swanee whistle. You have got to be bloody joking. All right, so it's now Rory and Tim's turn. Before you do yours, I have to a little bit of administration here. We spent so much on the electric kazoos, we've only got one of these DI boxes, so I have to now, so that Rory can play, I have to unplug Barry, which is...
I think it's a mercy, really.
Yes. It's what he would have wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do not resuscitate. Yes.
Wasn't going to. Tim and Rory, I'd like you to provide us with a rendition of I Can't Get No Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones to feature Rory Bremner on the electric kazoo and Tim Brooke-Taylor on the Swanee whistle. Very nearly the end of the show. there is just time in honour of Wimbledon fortnight to fit in a round of Tennis Film Club. And Samantha tells us she had an illustrious tennis career and has fond memories of her Wimbledon playing days, sweatily changing ends with Martina Navratilova before being seeded by Boris Becker after pulling off a powerful two-hander in the mixed doubles. Happy days. Well, teams, I'd like you to suggest film titles likely to be popular with an audience of tennis fans. So you can start, please. Rory.
From Russia with Drugs.
Barry.
Hello, Volley.
Tim.
Yvonne Goolagong with the Wind.
Jeremy.
Bjorn Borg on the 4th of July.
Who's afraid of Virginia Wade?
The 7-year Djokovic.
How clean was my volley?
LTA Confidential. That was with Kim Slazenger.
The Guns of Navratilova.
Who framed Roger Federer?
The Umpire Strikes Back.
Bring me the head tennis racket of Alfredo Garcia.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the pool attendant of time holds aloft the fishing net of fate, while the hot tub of hope has been cleared by the toddler's turd of eternity, I notice it's the end of the show. So, from the teams, Samantha and myself, and our audience here in Liverpool, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Jeremy Hardy, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Rory Bremner have been given silly things to do by Jack Dee, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. Programme consultants were Ian Pattinson and Fraser Steele, and the producer was John Naismith.